The boy had his mother put her hands through the straps and work the loom back and forth, but this actually slowed down her work. Years of weaving had left her arms in constant, unbearable pain, so for the next 10 years, the boy kept searching for ways to ease her burden, until one day, his bicycle chain suddenly came loose. The boy put the rusty chain back on, and watching the wheels turn, he suddenly had a brilliant idea. A few days later, he built his first loom using 2 wheels and some wooden boards. The neighbors mocked his foolish idea, and even his parents urged him to do something more grown-up. They suggested he get married so his wife could help his mother weave and earn money. The sweet marriage made him forget all about the loom. However, 2 months later, his wife's arms began to hurt severely. The boy was deeply worried about her, so the idea of the loom returned to his mind. After understanding what the loom was for, his wife decided to support him and even gave him all her saved money for living expenses. He then began secretly rebuilding the loom. After several months, he completed a prototype. He plugged it in, and the machine started running. But after just a few seconds, the motor exploded. He had bought this motor with a loan, thinking he could quickly pay off his debts once he had the loom. But now creditors were threatening to make him sell his house to pay back the money. His father called him worthless. Even his mother, who had always adored him, felt disappointed. His father believed the machine would bring bad luck and even set it on fire. In desperation, he walked alone to the riverside. Pain and despair had robbed him of the courage to face life. He didn't return until dawn the next day, but his wife didn't blame him. Instead, she gave him her jewelry to help pay off his debts. The next day, they decided to move to the city. They planned to work jobs and earn money to continue assembling the loom, but he was too honest, and the money passengers gave him made life unbearable. That day, he unfortunately got into a car accident. During his hospital stay, he saw a man in the next bed studying for an electrician's license. Out of curiosity, he looked through the man's books and solved a difficult problem within seconds. The man recognized his talent and introduced him to a contractor. He finally found stable work. So the man worked during the day and studied the machine at night. He did this for a whole year. He built a second loom, but his wife seemed to spot a problem. The thread needed to be woven in a figure-8 pattern, not circular. This crushed him. He dismantled the machine and sold the parts to a scrap dealer. The next day, he realized that all he needed was a small round hole to twist the thread into a figure-8 shape. He ran to the scrapyard and bought back all the parts. After further improvements, the loom was finally complete. He couldn't wait to bring it back to his hometown. He reassembled the machine and tested it, and even the neighbors who had previously mocked him came to watch. He confidently pressed the switch, but nothing happened. Fortunately, it was just an old wire. He quickly fixed it, and the loom was running normally again. The era of hand weaving in India had come to an end.